Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moments, a place where every small movement, every glance, and every hidden symbol has a story of its own. Today, we're diving into something that made the entire fandom pause for a moment. Not because of a big announcement, not because of some major news, but because of a ring. Yes, the gold ring on Jungkook's finger that appeared during his latest live broadcast. Was it just a simple accessory? Or a hidden message meant for someone very special? Let's take a closer look, because as we all know, in the world of Jikook, nothing small is ever just a coincidence. Today, millions of phone screens around the world lit up once again, showing a face that everyone already knew so well, yet somehow, it always feels new every time he appears. Jungkook, with his calm yet captivating presence, went live once more. No schedule announced, no promotions, no big concept. Just Jungkook, sitting quietly, speaking as if time itself had stopped, and the world around him narrowed down to a small space between him and his fans. He sat comfortably in an open area with a cityscape and tall towers behind him. He wore a loose grayish-brown shirt with navy stripes on the sleeves, paired with matching shorts. His outfit and posture exuded effortless charm, a quiet moment captured amid the noise of city life. For about 40 minutes, he laughed softly, responded to comments, and shared small pieces of his daily life, about his beloved dog, a new snack he tried, and how much he missed the sound of ARMYs cheering during concerts. The atmosphere felt like a chat between two old friends, calm, gentle, and intimate. No distance, no pretense, just warmth. But beneath all those light-hearted moments, there was something different. A tiny detail, so simple, yet powerful enough to change the entire tone of the live. It wasn't his soft voice, nor his gentle gaze, nor the way he brushed his hair away from his forehead. What caught the attention of millions was what rested quietly on his finger, a gold ring, glowing softly under the evening light. The reflection on the metal was subtle yet striking. Too beautiful to overlook, too intentional to be dismissed as coincidence. Within seconds, the comments section exploded. Thousands of messages flooded in. Is that a new ring? Why on that finger? Is this a sign? Questions poured in endlessly, proving how a single symbol could shake millions of hearts. Jungkook rarely wears a ring on that specific finger. He's known for paying attention to such tiny details. So when the ring appeared so clearly, fans knew it wasn't by accident. The ring looked deliberate, not flashy, yet not hidden. As if he was sending a quiet message, one that didn't need words. Some eagle-eyed fans immediately thought the ring looked familiar. Its shape, its color, even the way it caught the light. Just like something they had seen before on Jimin's hand. And that's where everything began to feel like a puzzle. Over the years, fans have analyzed every little detail about Jungkook. His bracelets, earrings, necklaces, even his tattoos. They know when he's trying something new, when he's hiding something, and when he wants the world to notice. But this time, it felt different. The ring didn't seem like just an accessory. It felt like a symbol, one that carried meaning far deeper than fashion. Maybe it wasn't meant for the public at all, but for someone. And just as the world's attention centered on the ring, another familiar detail came into focus. Jungkook's tattoo. The simple yet bold letters, Jim, on his hand, still clearly visible. That tattoo has long been the subject of endless discussion, sparking countless interpretations and theories. But one thing remains certain, Jungkook has never tried to hide it. He doesn't cover it with a bandage, nor with makeup, like many idols do. He lets it be seen, even in casual moments like this live stream. There's something raw and brave in that choice. It's as if he's silently saying, I don't need to explain anything. I just want to be myself. And perhaps, that's where his true charm lies. Jungkook doesn't speak much, yet his actions, his looks, and the tiny symbols he leaves behind speak volumes. A world within him, known only to him, and perhaps, to one other person. If you looked closely, you'd notice he was wearing two more rings on the same hand that night. Their designs and colors looked strikingly similar to one seen before on Jimin's hand. A coincidence too beautiful to ignore. In the world of Jikook, such coincidences happen far too often to be called coincidences at all. Both are known for wearing matching accessories, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, even clothes. Sometimes their shoes match too. For some, it's just style. But for those who look with their hearts, it feels like a secret language, their way of communicating without words. A language only two people can truly understand, yet strong enough to make millions believe that something real exists between them. That gold ring on Jungkook's finger wasn't just jewelry. It felt like a silent statement, a symbol of love not publicly declared, yet deeply felt. And maybe that's why every glint of that metal felt like a heartbeat pulsing on fan screens. Throughout those 40 minutes, Jungkook continued speaking softly about the changing weather, the songs he's been listening to, how he's looking forward to peaceful days ahead. But every time his hand moved and the ring caught the light, the audience seemed to hold their breath. Each flicker of gold created new waves of comments, new theories, new emotions. Then, amid the flood of messages, Jungkook read one comment. He chuckled, looked down at his hand, then back at the camera, with a faint, knowing smile. A smile too aware to be accidental. And at that moment, everyone knew. He knew. He knew the ring was noticed. The tattoo was discussed. But he didn't hide it. He didn't move his hand away. He simply let it be, calm and quiet, as if saying, "Yes, I know, and I'm okay with it." Jungkook is not someone who easily opens up. He rarely speaks about personal matters. That's why every tiny gesture of his feels so meaningful. He communicates through silence, and his silence often speaks the loudest to those who listen with their hearts. The gold ring and the Jimin tattoo have now become inseparable symbols, two marks that, intentional or not, reflect something deeper, maturity, serenity, and perhaps love that has already found its home. Many fans even said Jungkook's aura feels different lately, calmer, warmer. The way he smiles, the way he speaks, even the way he looks into the camera, it all radiates a newfound peace. As if he's no longer chasing something. As if he's already found it. Several times during the live, his lips parted as if he wanted to say something, but he didn't. He just smiled and took a slow breath. A soft mystery lingered in the air, something unspoken, yet deeply felt. And isn't that what makes him so mesmerizing? He always leaves space for wonder, for longing, for interpretation. When the live stream finally ended, he looked at the camera with gentle eyes and said quietly, "I'll be back tomorrow." A simple sentence, yet enough to make the fandom erupt. Because for fans, Jungkook's tomorrow always carries hope that he'll return again with new smiles, new stories, and maybe the same ring on his finger. That's how Jungkook speaks. Not through press conferences or grand words, but through meaningful silences. He leaves small signs meant for those who can read with their hearts, and that's where the beauty lies. That ring, that fleeting smile. They all feel like fragments of a poem he's writing in his own quiet way. A poem about love unannounced, loyalty unshown, and feelings that need no public explanation. Because true love doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it just whispers, through glances, through symbols, through the soft shimmer of a gold ring on someone's finger under the evening sky. That day, Jungkook didn't need to say anything. He just smiled, let the light dance on his hand, and allowed the world to wonder about the meaning behind his silence. And somehow, without a single word, he managed to say everything. That love, genuine, timeless, and real, doesn't always need to be explained. Sometimes, it simply glows quietly in stillness, like the gold ring that shimmered on Jungkook's finger that night. And just like that, one simple live stream turned into a visual poem. Jungkook doesn't need grand gestures to make the world stop. He just smiles, lets the twilight light up his hand, as if silently saying, "I don't need to explain anything. I just want to be myself." That gold ring, the Jimin tattoo, and that tiny smile before the screen faded to black, all of them felt like secret codes shared between two hearts that truly know each other. And maybe that's where the beauty lies, in love that isn't announced, but is real. Because true love doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it just glows softly in silence, like the gold ring on Jungkook's finger that night. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next meaningful story. See you in the next video, and who knows, maybe tomorrow, Jungkook really will return.